So I got a couple of interesting, kind of cool stories to tell you. And I was going to just release this in the morning like I always do. And I thought, well, maybe I'll release it tonight as I'm in here. But I understand a lot of people like to wake up and hear Snippy as they get, ready for work or drive to work. They don't have to look at my ugly face. They just have to listen. So I thought, and no breaking news here, I'll save it for the morning. But I was tempted to just release it tonight because I was kind of excited about it a little bit, but it's all good. Again, you're not missing out on anything. So Pete is working on the transcripts and whatnot of the conversation he had with Michelle Whitedove about all the different questions and things he asked. And part of this was about one of the questions was about Oak Island. But before I get into that, I'm going to title this video so hopefully the Aussie bloke recognizes the title and says, Joe, that was me. That was me. I'm just looking at my emails to see if any. Your email has been forwarded to the owners. So that is an email response we got back. Pete got back from the people he's been talking to about Oak Island, the production crew or somebody. Your email has been forwarded to the owners. Love it. So that's the last update. I just wasn't sure if the Australian, because they as in Michelle Whitedove and her assistant, Shantae, were going to try to go back through the emails or whatever they got for the guy that contacted her for a reading from Australia, and he said to them, I'm a follower from YouTube or whatever of JSnip4. You were on his show a while back, and I need some help. That's why he wanted his reading. If you're that dude, come into this video and say something in the response if you can. If you're a member of YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, well, then you can't comment. But if you are, and I hope you are, say something. Because it's one thing for me to come out here and tell people, oh, guess what this happened, or guess what this person said, or whatever. It's another thing for you to say it. So what I would say to you, honestly, go to my website, realistnews.net, hit the contact button, and that email will come directly to me through the website. And say, I was the Australian guy, whatever. Because I want you to come on Skype, even if you don't want to show your face and you want to do audio only. I don't care, whatever it is. We have to do this because I like giving credit when credit's due, especially when it comes to the woo-woo stuff. And this will make a great story, or just a very brief conversation, honestly, to tell people about. So it goes like this. And I may be paraphrasing a little bit and get the exact word right, whatever. But how it was relayed to me from Michelle Whitedove and Shantae was that this guy says, matter of fact, mail at Michelle. It might be in my email, part of how the conversation went. Let me pause. I don't want to keep you waiting for nothing. Hang on. Okay, I found it. So again, the gentleman from Down Under. Gentleman from Down Under called to make an appointment with Michelle. He left a voicemail stating that he needed his lost password for crypto. And after listening to Michelle's live readings on JSnip4 channel, he was confident that Michelle could help him. Shantae told Michelle about the gentleman's request before she would book his session. Michelle said to tell him there are no guarantees, but I think I can help him. She went on to say, don't tell him this because I want him to have an open mind. My job is to jog his subconscious so that his lost password comes to the forefront of his memory. Shantae booked the session and told the man that there are no guarantees, but Michelle has helped treasure hunters. Yes, and I heard a story about that too. A different, not Oak Island, something else. So I'm sure she can help you too. He was asked to send his photos for his reading, which would be in 60 days. Shortly after he sent the photos of his business partners and himself, this gentleman was all business. On the day of the reading, he told Michelle where he always kept his folder of passwords, which are now missing. You don't know what he did with them. She told him that the folder was not stolen, that it's there in his home office, and he will rediscover it. She spoke to him. She said, your password is a, I don't want to, not that this matters, but 3 words, is a blank of blank. In other words, it's not the password, but this word's going to jog your memory. It is a blank, blank, blank that you use when you speak with your wife. She said, pull out a piece of paper and write down these loving names right now. As he began to write, he said, Michelle, I got it. I got it. It jogged his memory like she said would happen. And he got the password. And again, I could say the 3-worded quote, but I'm just not going to. Your password is a term blank blank, a term blank blank that you use when you speak with your wife. She said, pull out a piece of paper and write these loving names down right now. As he began to write, he said, Michelle, I got it. Got the password. This was, I believe, for one of his wallets. I don't know if it was a Nano or if it was Exodus, something that needed a password. And I guess he didn't have the seed phrase, but it wasn't stolen. He's just like, I need the password to get into the thing. And he was like tripping out, because like, oh my God, a bit of money on there. So if that's you, Mr. Aussie fella, from down under, yes, and you happen to be listening to me right now, reach back out to me, realistnews.net, hit the contact button. I just want to have you on briefly, unless you just want to keep talking about some stuff. That's okay too. Skype, whatever, voice only, picture, video, whatever you want. Because I want you to come out here and say, Joe, that was me. And yeah, that story you said was true. As a matter of fact, we'll just go back over it again. You can give me the longer version. When did you lose it? How, how bad was it? We can just talk about it. So the other thing, Oak Island. She says to Pete, they're in the wrong spot. They've been digging in the wrong spot because we all know about the money pit, and is there, the Ark of the Covenant? Is it just treasure? Is it pirate stuff? And she pretty much answers that, but says, Pete, you know me. If I can get on that property, I believe I can take him right to the spot. You know how good I am at that kind of stuff. And she's right. On America's Psychic Challenge. And matter of fact, again, I don't want people to be too lazy, but just stand by 1 second. I'll help you out. That's my guy, Steven. I know a guy. I stab you in the eye with a soldering iron. So anyways, she is really good at walking and finding things like to the spot. I want to share with you the video. This was from 2007. The show was. Michelle Whitedove's posting was September 24th, 2008 of her basically winning the show. And I want to share with you 2 specific things of her walking and realizing I'll take you right to the magic spot. Here we go.
Yes.
Would you like me to tell you anyway?
Matter of how the other people acted, the way I looked at it, it was how I conducted myself.
Let me explain what we're doing here at a car dealership.
I know.
Do you?
Yes.
Would you like me to tell you anyway, or you just want to...
No, find a body in a car.
Oh, well, you're psychic?
I had the information from my spirit guides. I got a visual. I'm seeing a car lot. I'm seeing a red car. I'm seeing a body in the trunk. This is my choice.
This is your choice?
Red car.
So you're saying that right off the bat, you heard or felt or sensed the color red?
Yeah, they told me that I have to go to a car lot and I have to find a body in a trunk and that the color would be bright. And I kept seeing red.
Well, this was your choice. There's only one way to find out, isn't there?
There's only one way.
Okay. Here we go. Come on out.
Hold on, we ain't done yet.
Asked to find a man who's been buried alive.
They wanted us to find a body in 10 acres that was buried about 5 or 6 feet under the ground. and he had oxygen. He was a stuntman. And it was about 110, 115 degrees.
He needs you to find him. He wants you to find him.
So he's buried and he's alive. Oh my God, this poor guy.
There's 10 acres here. You ready?
10 acres.
Ready.
Go get him.
Watch this. She literally runs to the spot.
Amazingly, within this 10-acre area, Michelle is standing directly on top of the buried man.
I went right to him, and it's crazy. If you watch the clip, you'll see me. I'm standing on top of him. They said, Michelle, make your mark, and then it was like Spirit just led me, and I took the photo, and I laid it smack down middle of the coffin.
Diggers! This is the spot that our psychic has picked. Let's start getting them up right now.
Oh, listen to you.
What does that look like to you, Michelle? What is that?
Oh my God.
Damn, Michelle.
Wow.
It wasn't like you got close, Michelle. It was like you
No, I
nailed
nailed
it. Yeah, I've never seen anything like this
That amazes me
in my life.
every time I watch it. I've watched it a few times, okay? But we, Pete and I, both reached out as best we could to the Lagina brothers on Oak Island, the treasure of Oak Island. She says they're digging, they've been looking in the wrong spot. It is on that island, they're in the wrong spot. Pete had her draw. Hey, Michelle, you got the map I sent you? Yes. Could you draw an X or an area? She goes, I feel like it's in this area. She says, but Pete, you know me. I feel like I could lead him right to the exact spot if I was standing, on the island. If I was there, I could lead him. She says, but I feel like it's in, this general area. And she told him what the general area was, which I won't be repeating. But we reached out, Pete did, and as I just read you a minute ago, the production team or whoever it was has said we've forwarded this to the three guys. Marty, his brother Rick, and then their Craig, I think, is their buddy / investor. So they now have this in front of them, and all I'm thinking of, Enterprise Joe, Cliff High. And while this isn't necessarily Enterprise money making, this is definitely Enterprise level. Like, where the hell am I going next? What am I doing? What amazing thing's going to happen? And I consider that Enterprise Joe as far as Cliff High is concerned. And I'm just thinking, it's not a yes or no or anything. We have not heard back from them. But God help us all if we get the call. We'd like to have that lady come up. Okay, listen. Here's how that's going to work. We would like her to come up too. But since me and him are both real good fans of the show, we're coming as a team. She needs her backup. Wink. And what do you guys do? Nothing. We stand there and watch her do her thing. She's willing to do it. She's willing to actually go to the island and help them find this, alleged treasure. Questions were asked. Is it the, some kind of religious artifacts? Is it the Ark of the Covenant? Is it pirate treasure? Is it Spanish treasure? Is this or that? And I think she went ahead and answered what she felt it was. Again, I'm not going to give you any secret details yet. But nonetheless, she feels it is substantial what's there as far as the size, the amount, that kind of a thing. Not necessarily of a substantial relic. Wasn't how I read the answer. What I read was whatever the hell's there is substantial. Not just one little tiny treasure chest. No, there's some goodies there, allegedly, according to her. So I wanted to share that because this is, again, I got to give credit when credit's due. She also has come out recently and said, Pete, you tell Joe, don't worry about the Litecoin thing, the cryptos, the whole market, don't worry about it. And understand something. And she said there, go back and look at some of the things she has said. Even when I had her on in the very beginning, all that stuff. Timing, exact amounts. She's like, Spirit doesn't give it to me like that. But I got that cryptos are going to be good. They're going to be good for the people. Plain and simple. And with Theta Coin, that was her pick. And said it'd be a few years from this year, 2018. Before that sucker went crazy good. So again, here we are, 50-something dollar Litecoin, 6.5 whatever cent. It was even lower than that at one point. Theta, Digibyte down to 2.1 cents. Oh my God. Everything was on sale today. Of course, now as I'm looking at the market, it's bounced back up. It was down to 180 something billion market cap. It's now 202. Again, not that there's, oh, the rally's here to stay. No, I'm not saying that. What these psychics have not received, including Sharon Michelle, is on this exact date, this price. They don't get it that way. They just don't get it that way. And I'm the kind of guy, because I know, I feel I really know, I'm willing to wait. Just like they said, be patient. And she is one of the only ones out there. Now, and Sharon Michelle as well. But I had Michelle first say this, so I give her credit first, of course, because she was the first one I met before Sharon and them. But she had said, fall time frame. After September or late September, whatever the original word for word was, September something, whatever, late September, and then beyond, it should get better. And as the next month, another month, and things started recovering, then it was down and recovered down. We're asking her, me and Pete, anything new? Nope. June, July? June, July, yeah. That was kind of her answer. August, yeah. September. She's like, I stand by what I said originally. So that's that. And again, we're hearing the ETF, Bitcoin ETF, September 30th. Is it going to happen? Would be pretty interesting if it did. And then the market goes on a tear. And, oh, hey, look, it's the end of September time frame and fall is here. Look what's happening. That would be pretty cool to see. But, I've had people ask, well, Joe, what if? What if nothing happens? Like anything like we're expecting. Market just stays kind of blah. September, October, November, December, and oh, what happened, man? What about the fall time for whatever? Does that mean we just give up? Are you going to sell off, Joe? I can't. I couldn't. I'm telling you. When you find a psychic that has won a TV show and walked over a 10-acre field, like literally like she had a path, not looking around, sensing things, just went right over there like, oh, there's a magnet and I'm a piece of metal and it's attracting me. Let me go over there. Oh, the car dealership. Okay, so while we're here today, I already know. You already know why we're here. Yep. You want me to find a guy in a car, body in a car. Yeah. Well, do you want me to tell you anyways? No. Can I go? Yep. Here it is. Are you kidding me? That in and of itself is worth taking an epic risk that I'm taking and waiting this whole thing out as long as I need to wait for these cryptos to do their thing and work some magic. Again, we've been through so many different sell-offs, ups, down, roller coasters. You should be numb emotionally to this stuff. You really should. So the elite, the whoever, whatever's happening with the market, who's doing this, it is what it is. And the elite only get in when there's blood on the streets. And by God, I think we've seen some blood on the streets here very recently. And by the way, there's still some chartists saying, Joe, this could go on to actually get a little worse up until around the 25th of August. And then after that, maybe things will be okay. And I'm like, okay, well, thanks for the information. They shared a few things with me. Okay, it makes sense. I see your analysis. Okay. So, Bitcoin's back to 60. What was it at 62 or 63? 62.35. Oh, green shoots. Ripple's back green, 10%. EOS is up 9%. This is crypto, my friends. False rallies, dead cat bounce, all these terms. Don't get caught up in the short little things like what's happening right now. Again, imagine having that old crystal ball, number 8, magic 8 ball, and just getting a glimpse. Okay, show me this time, one day out in the future, give me the crypto stuff. And you saw with your own eyes, and you weren't even allowed to see the date, other than this was sometime out in the future. It could be months, it could be a few years. That's all the information I have. And you saw epicness. Think about this. If you actually saw it and realized, oh my God, I just saw the future. I don't know what the time frame was. I couldn't get that, but I could see the prices. Holy crap. It's going to be good. If you had to see, if you saw that, this stuff today, yesterday, it would be meaningless. Other than you saying to yourself, honestly, how the hell do I get more right now? How do I get more right now? Because I'll be honest with you. You know, I set my Patreon group up, which everybody that's a member, I love you. No, I love you. Patreon, love you guys. And the first payment came in this month, technically on the 1st, it starts charging people, whatever. It's my first time using it. And I had a nice little nest egg in there. And I was like, oh, I could use that for crypto or whatever. You know, I could do something with this. But my mother-in-law, the one that fought me all the way to Tennessee, needs some serious dental work to the tune of every penny I just made on Patreon. And I'm sitting here today saying $50 Litecoin, 51, whatever, $52 Litecoin. Oh my God, 6-cent theta. Digibyte 2.1. Oh my God. I mean, the money's there. It's right. I could touch it. I could go. I want to go buy some right now. Oh my God. But this money's already accounted for. A check's already been written for half of it. And then the other part of the surgery, the other half gets written. And that'll be, I think, at the end of this month or the very, very beginning of next month. So this is one of those times where I'd like to be greedy and make it count. Boy, could I make it count right now with these prices. But I can't possibly let my mom... Evelyn, can you have your mom put this off a month? You know, no. She needs this badly and like right now. And so Snippy's going to help out there. And she said, well, I'll pay you back. No, I can't. I just can't allow it. Family, it's there. Just take it. You know what I'm saying? Let's help people out, family or not, So all I'm saying is I'd love, because it's been a while since I actually dipped into money to buy something like crypto. I've moved things around, trade in, trade out. But it's been a while since I've dipped into the old bank account to say, oh my God, this is a fire sale I can't ignore. I got to get something today. And as I saw those prices today, I'm like, maybe I could take a little bit. No, I can't. No, I can't do that. So here's the other side of this. What if this downward trend continues? Maybe the bloodletting's not over. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. And next month comes around. Oh, finished paying that last piece off for her. Got a little extra nest egg in here thanks to my awesome patrons. Love you guys. Now I can pull the trigger. Like I'm dying over here. Please. Oh my God, it's within reach. Come on. Maybe. Who knows? And if it doesn't and the market starts going on a nice rally, that's okay too. Because all of you will benefit from it. A bunch of you, I've seen your Patreon comments. I've seen YouTube. I've seen emails, comments. Joe, I'm looking at these 4. I'm looking at these 6. I didn't used to get so many of those when the market would go down and scare people. It was just pure hodl. I don't want to I don't want to do nothing because I'm nervous. Now I got emails and Telegram and all this stuff. Joe, I just got this, man. I got some Digibyte at 6.1, dude. 6.1? Digibyte? Yep. Got that this morning, he said. I saw the price. And it is currently number 31 ranked at 2.3.5. Nice little profit for him. Nice little profit. Got that bottom. But again, it could have go down more. Is this over? I don't know. But Michelle was like, Joe, do not worry about this. I'm telling you, what the spirit guides gave me, again, and it wasn't anything short term. Nobody ever said anything, get rich quick. She could never give a real time frame of this date, this time. She just felt like September, latter part of the year, would be better. It would. It would be pretty damn good. So we're waiting to see. Like I said, none of them have a real track record with crypto stuff. Although what I just showed you on TV, who the hell could ignore that? You have no idea how happy I was when Pete called me that one day. And I look back and say, I've had a lot of people ask me for help online, and Joe, help me crypto. Then I'm like, I can't help you. I don't have time, and I got to charge you if I'm going to pull time out of somewhere else. Is that okay? Most of the time they're like, yeah, absolutely, that's fine. but I don't have the damn time. And somehow I had time last year to help Pete. And I didn't know him as Pete, Pete, then, but I helped him. And he didn't forget. He said, Joe, you helped me, man, and I think I need your help again, and check this story out. And he goes on to talk about Michelle Whitedove. Oh, I've heard of that name. Why do I know that name? I look it up online. Oh my God, she's the one that won that show. I saw that show. I loved watching that. When that was on, I was like hooked for a few weeks while it was going. Like, oh, this is cool. She's that one. He's like, yeah, dude, I've been using it for 7 years now, 8 years. She's never missed a thing in my life. Like, incredible. Things I thought was just nonsense. She got it. Okay, well, what's the deal here? Well, there's this thing called Theta Coin. You heard of that? No. Me neither, but I went and looked it up. It looks pretty good, actually. So I go and look it up, too. And that's when things went on a next level. For me, Pete, Michelle, everything. Went down to her house, bring her some nano ledgers present for all three of you. Husband and her assistant. And very nice people. Awesome time. And lately, I've had the feeling of I got to go see him again. I need to go see. I just need to hang out with him one more. Just because. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it. So I think that's going to happen here in the near future. And again, I'm excited to see where things are going to go and where I end up, where my life's going, and all these interesting things and paths. And again, she's doing her Lilydale thing this coming up weekend. So not this weekend, but the weekend after this one, which I think is the 25th and 6th. She's doing her thing in Lilydale. It's like a psychic fair or something. I don't know what it is, where they all gather around and people do readings, and it's just a yearly thing. And she's going to be there. And I thought, man, one of these days I'd like to go over there. You're going to be there, aren't you? Yeah. So, anyways, she's going to be there on the 25th and 26th. But all these, I'm just thinking, Oak Island, please tell me that the Lagina brothers and Marty, their buddy Marty, and every time I think about that guy, I think about, he lost his son, his younger son. God, it's painful to see a guy, a man, and it doesn't matter, an adult, who's lost a kid, and the kid was there at one point, and now he's not, and he's young, kind of breaks your heart. And I just had a feeling, actually, as I was saying that, wouldn't it be interesting? They call us up. Come on, guys. We'd like to have you up here. What? For real? Okay. Michelle's coming too, obviously. And she gets there. And Spirit has a little message for Craig from the other side. She can do that, by the way. She's not just a psychic. She's a psychic medium. And she absolutely can do that. Talk to the other side, so to speak. So I thought, wouldn't that be funny? Everything happens for a reason, timing and everything. We go there for the treasure thing, and this guy needs something, message from the other side that he doesn't know about yet. She shows up. Oh, I got something to tell you. While we're here, a little bonus. Check this out. Boom, tells him what he needs to hear in his life. And then we move on, and she goes over to the spot. And I'm standing there on Oak Island, the show, one of my favorite shows of all time, with her, and me and Pete had something to do with them assuming they find this treasure. She's already helped a guy on the east coast of Florida find a treasure in the water, because there's a lot of wrecks out on the east coast of Florida, old ones, Spanish ones, you name it. And I'm not going to repeat the exact story, but just because, whatever. And she's done this before in similar fashion. So I'm like, I can't believe I know these people. I can't believe I have had an opportunity to make these connections that just flowed right in front of me like it was easy, and then share it with everybody else on YouTube that watches me, which is so freaking cool. And I just wondered. And then Pete had an idea, which I'll go ahead. No, maybe I won't mention that one. But you know how we have the three amigos, me, Cliff, and Bix? there might be a new Three Amigos, not in the same fashion, completely different. We'll call us the Explorer Three Amigos. We had some thoughts. We bring Michelle with us and we go to certain places to look for certain things that I shall not mention yet because that's top secret. Okay? But it would be fun. I would absolutely document this event, like videotape kind of a thing. I don't care if I'd be doing it myself, filming and that kind of thing. But again, I think there's gonna be things happening in my path, which I don't even know where it's going. But every now and then there's just another piece that's just awesome. This Oak Island thing has me psyched out of my mind. And I'm hoping the Laginas get back with us. And I think they might, because the film crew thought it was good enough, I think it was a film crew, to give to them personally. Like, we've forwarded your message directly to them. The question is, because and I don't know how religious or whatever they are, but when you have a really religious person, they hear the word psychic, oh, no. Could you imagine them saying, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that, and they say no, because they don't like the woo-woo. And they're literally, potentially anyways, throwing away X marks the spot. Why wouldn't you at least let her give it a try, right? But I think these guys, because they've brought all kinds of people in with interesting stories and theory, they let them come in. So I feel like, honestly, I feel like they're not going to say no. I feel like they might say, you know what the hell? And I don't care if we have to pay our own way to fly out there. It don't matter. I would do it in a heartbeat. You kidding me? Oh, and yes, I'd be like, I'm bringing my own damn camera. I'm filming this too. And then we'd probably find out, the film crew, no, we've got non-compete, non-disclosure, this and that. You can't do it. All right, that's fine, because as long as I'm here, we're good. And then I'll have to come out here and tell you guys, oh, listen, I'd love to show you some footage today, but I can't. Oh, guess what? We started digging today. Can't really talk about that. And I'm sweating profusely as I tell you this. And I'm looking at you like this, like, guys, we started digging today. Elbow. We started digging today. We had to stop. And that's all I can tell you. You know, all psyched up out of my mind. Or it would simply be, Joe, you can't say a freaking word. We're going to put you under a non-disclosure, non-compete something or another. As part of this now. You guys are locked in. Oak Island OGs all of a sudden. Anyways, there could be some really interesting times coming for Snippy. And I get to share it. YouTube, Patreon, all that stuff. I'm looking very forward to this stuff. Again, I'm just not even concerned about the crypto market. Because again, I got a pretty good idea where this stuff's going. I don't care if it took longer than we thought. It doesn't matter to me. Massive progress is being made. So I will stop this video now before I keep rambling because I'm psyched out of my mind. Take care.